Hello, Justin.
Hey there.
Can I bless you with something?
Please do.
It's
Oh,
it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
oh yeah, yeah. Damn,
That's crisp.
damn,
Oh,
damn. That
I
sounds nice.
you get a nice little breeze off of it as it sparkles.
Yeah, like a little mist.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Is it still Buble?
It is. It's my last can of
Nice.
Pamplemousse Buble.
Nice. Tonight, actually, like probably like an hour after we finish, I'm going to Wegmans finally,
You're gonna get
and I'm gonna
some
get.
some
Oh,
polar.
oh my God,
Yeah.
dude! I went to Wegmans right when I moved here, and they just it broke me. I saw the wall of seltzer and I was like, holy shit. This
Yeah.
is this is the best.
I tell Chad all the time, like we visit our in-laws in Washington State, pre-COVID all the time, and the American grocery stores always make me so jealous. They're huge and they have everything you could ever want.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Yeah, this so I thought I had been to some like fancy grocery stores where I was living in Florida. Wegmans just destroys them. I don't know why other grocery stores everyone should quit. This is the best grocery store I've ever been to.
Well, every
It's
region
unbelievable.
has like its own beloved grocery store, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
Texas has HEB, and I don't know. I think in the Pacific Northwest, it's like Albertsons. I guess Wegmans in. What do you call the region that you live in there?
I don't know, because like I know like I'm not northeast enough to be northeast. But like I'm just under it. You know?
Yeah, because
Like
you're
I'm like
mid Atlantic.
yeah, I mean I'm in for anyone who does I'm in Richmond now. Richmond,
Yeah.
Virginia. Yeah.
Is that in the Appalachias?
It's like the north southish mid-Atlantic. Yeah, mid-Atlantic.
okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That's what they
mid-Atlantic.
call that. Yeah.
I knew that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I've done the whole East Coast now.
dude.
Settled right in the middle.
It's. I was gonna say it's like a gradient, but I don't know that. But I think it starts strong and then it ends kind of weak. I don't know how the middle is.
Well, it's funny because like right before it ends, it gets real tight again.
Oh,
It gets
okay.
real cool right at the tip of Florida. I'm told.
I was in Miami once.
I never got down there. I'm bummed.
I don't know. I can't really blame like South Beach for it's one of those things like if you just went on like the Staten Island ferry, I'm sure you wouldn't be like, oh, New York's sick, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't have an amazing time in South Beach, but it's probably not indicative of the whole culture. I sent you an invite, by the way.
Oh, you sent me? I sent you an invite. I only sent it to you because I was like, I wonder if he's ever going to send it.
Sorry, yeah.
Red Sledding Edith.
That's me.
Holy shit.
I have not played this in some time.
I don't think I ever saw that costume. This is the first time I've ever seen that. It's distressing.
I think I played a lot of Rivals or a lot of Fall Guys, and then we had the baby, and I played it like 3 times, and I was like, nah, I think I'm just done. And then they sucked me back in. In is the
Yep.
word there.
I've also been sucked back in. I was wearing this because I figured it's like weight training. Everyone's going to bully me.
That's absolutely fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, the new season hits Monday. So I don't even know if any of these maps are still in it. But, whatever.
I only played like a very little bit of season 3 too. Like I would
Same.
get bodied a lot on the obstacle course where there's like the snowballs come down and hit you.
Yeah. Yeah. What day is the Rivals? It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
At 1 p.m. your time?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I haven't even told you. I got an email from my partner manager that was like, hey, here's 5 upcoming Rivals. Are you interested in any of these? And I went back to him instantaneously and said, I am interested in all 5 of these. I'll tell you in the back channel what they are, but I think let's start submitting your interest check if they announce it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because these are like let me put it this way: it's not League of Legends, Warzone, or
Fortnite,
or Fortnite, or chess, which I would say yes to, but it kind of drains the brain energy.
Yeah. I can see that being a stressful one. Man, I did the Magic ones. I did were the most stressed I think I've ever been in my life. Just like sit here and play cards for 8 hours.
No, I hear you. Like the chess one was like, it was 6 hours of like really frantic, fairly high level chess with no breaks in between. By the end, I didn't feel right for 48 hours. Like the next day, people were like, "Oh, he seems kind of grumpy today," and I was like, "They're absolutely correct."
I can't even play chess casually without getting very stressed.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I can't even imagine.
Plus, Chan had to be in emote only mode, which is like, it's like an extra punishment on top of everything.
Oh man. Yeah, God, the last TwitchCon that happened, I did the TFT Rivals.
Oh, yeah.
And also Apex. And then they were like, you want to just also do Fortnite? And I was like, honestly,
no.
I don't want to get humiliated on the stage. So I'll pass on that one. God, I just passed up an Apex Rivals. That just happened. Just because I was like, no.
Yeah, I would, I mean, and you're actually good at those games?
Yeah, and I'm just, that one I was never that great at. Anytime I've done a Rivals for it, I've done okay, but I was like, I'm just not gonna.
So the only people left, like, playing this game have to be either, like, good or 8 years old, right? Like, this is the only two options?
I think so. Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's no cross-platform yet. So, I was gonna say or on PS4s.
I can't believe that I qualified. I was getting, like, people were just jumping into me for no reason, and...
Yep, people are still shockingly bad at this. it's amazing.
I'm excited for this to come out on Switch, because I think that, like, it'd be a good opportunity for my 5-month-old daughter to get her first Battle Royale victory.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
If there was ever an opportunity for it.
God, this would be a great Switch game.
I think they announced it at...
Did they?
Like the last Direct, I think.
Word. Oh, it's already on the Switch.
It's already on the Switch.
Really?
How about that?
I'll be. Is it... Are they on, like, their own servers? Oh, it's not yet. Okay.
It's not on Switch? You won't believe what they didn't put out on Switch?
You know what I want on the Switch?
Hold on.
Freaking.
I'm guess. Alt F4.
No, that would be. Oh my God. My friend John came into chat right before you got here and said, "Justin, I sent you a birthday present." And it is a doom metal sounding cover of the Alt F4 song that he wrote and recorded for
That's
me.
beautiful.
It's the best gift I think I've ever got. It's unbelievable. Oh man.
It's wormed its way into my brain. It influenced the games I wanted to play. Like after
me
playing
too.
Alt F4, I was like, I don't want to play a good game ever again. I would just want to.
I've literally set Saturdays aside now to play like just fucked up games. I'm calling it like a Saturday morning cartoon kind of deal.
Oh, it's perfect.
Starting with Bashi. Gotta go in deep.
Oh, there you go.
Right out the gate. I beat it on stream. Bashi.
Yes.
Yeah. I beat Bashi on stream in like 2012.
Good lord.
So it's been a bit, but I know I can do it.
Have you ever played like I Want to Be the Guy?
Yeah, that was the first game like that I played. That's like one of the oldest highlights on my channel is me beating that.
I had that on my like schedule spreadsheet of what to play, and then just before that stream, I was like, I don't really know if I want to play this right now, and it never made it back on. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just do it tomorrow. Yeah. And then it never made it back.
I feel like it scratches that same itch Alt F4 scratched for me.
Oh, maybe I'll give it a
if you want. Yeah, we give it a little taste. I'm doing bad at this. Holy. Oh no. There's not this.
Nah.
I refuse to be shamed in this way.
Yeah, look at that. You're fine. I almost I almost died too, and chat's making fun of me. But like every time I jumped, I was getting grabbed, so my dive didn't hit properly. Otherwise, I probably would have qualified first easily.
I don't get you.
Yeah.
So you know about the format for this Rivals, right?
No. Wait. Oh yes, it's
or just that we're all in the same lobby.
Yeah, it's private lobbies, duos, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I think it's like probably 58 other people.
I was telling my chat that I don't think on my personal skill, am gonna do very well, but I'd rather practice and then do badly than be like, I don't care about it, and then do badly.
Yeah.
That sends a bad message.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like I looked at it like I know we'll have a good time, and we probably won't do great, but they still pay if you don't do great. And that's
whatever happens.
Awesome.
Happens.
Yeah.
Plus, aren't all the good Fall Guys players still banned from Rivals for another couple of weeks because of the the match fixing in the last?
No, I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah, there was some kind. I don't know. There was. I didn't follow the news fully, but
no, I did hear about this.
There was some kind of collusion or you know,
some trickery.
Yeah.
Oh man. I do know that I saw Danger streaming with the title that he was doing Fall Guys Rivals practice, and I'm like, that's just terrifying. He is the best person I've ever seen play this game, I think.
Well, you know, maybe we'll just hope
it'll
his
be fun.
partner sucks.
And also, we're in with other streamers. Not saying I want to like bully people. I don't want to target people, but I'm throwing people off a map.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's the perfect game to be a heel in.
Although, you know, I don't know. It depends. Sometimes I get a little upset when people are a heel to me, but then I pretend to not be upset. But in my head, I like file away. I'm like, I'm gonna get him back. Maybe not in Fall Guys, and maybe not this decade, but I'm gonna have a chance to get him back, and it's gonna happen.
You know, you're not wrong. That's definitely.
I'll go like, yeah, good game, really well played. In my head, I'm like, I'm gonna get you. I don't know what it's gonna be. Maybe I'll have the opportunity to do something, and I'll pass you up instead of putting your name in the hat. But I'm gonna get you. And you're never gonna know, and that's the truly sinister element.
You ever see MacGruber?
I saw it in theaters actually.
I'm reminded of the scene where he's just like writing down the guy's license plate repeatedly like a lunatic. That's me when people target me in a video game.
Absolutely.
Also, that's on watch parties.
Oh,
I've been for like a month now being like, one of these days I'm not gonna know what to do, and I'm just gonna watch Party MacGruber and have a great time.
I wish that everybody lived in America, because it would make the watch parties that much easier.
It would. That's a good reason.
Why? What were you thinking?
No, I was like, no. But it went to a good place.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it would be cool if like copyright law and all that is just wild.
I know. It's like I'm actually like a little. I don't know. I feel bad. I'm sympathetic to America because you don't get all like the cool reality shows that you guys made but never went anywhere. Because their rights are like all owned by VH1, which doesn't exist in Canada. So all that garbage we get on Amazon Prime all the time, and it's amazing.
Oh man, yeah, I haven't really dove into like just trash TV in a long time, and I want to. I've wanted to for a long time too.
Dude, 90 Day Fiancé will actually like make you, I don't know, question your faith in mankind.
I'm okay with that.
There's one couple where like they were in Europe, and then the woman had like, she was pregnant and she had like a complication and she had to go to the doctor. It was like really serious. And the guy was like, well, I gotta go back to America because like I have work in 2 days or something like that. And you know, that's about emblematic of the average character you get on that show. It was like his fiance's going through like one of the most stressful times in her life, and he's like, I gotta be in the office on Tuesday.
Jeez, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the finale?
I know, right? Like, this
Jeez.
game's not that hard.
Yeah. So they added a big fan to it, huh?
They did indeed.
I have not seen that before. I won my first, like the bad ice hexagon.
Oh yeah, it is.
I won
really
my very
bad.
first one just before you got here. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, it's terrible.
It's just bad hexagon. I think I've only had it twice, and I won my first ever attempt on it. But as I was doing it, I was like, I don't get it. Like, it's just like hexagon, but it's harder to lose. It just takes longer to get to the part of the game that actually matters.
Yeah. All right, pray this don't start. Oh no.
Oh come on.
Oh no. At least we held hands on the way down.
There's three things at once all went wrong there. Oh.
Yeah. But hey, both getting to a finale.
Yeah, that's
I'll
probably
take it.
points in Rivals.
Yeah.
That's probably points.
Oh, it's gotta be points.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna start. I don't know. I'm just like starting to like fill these voids of time I have now with things. And I'm like, you know what? Trash TV. Plug
It'll fill up real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, there's tons of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you have cable and you get TLC, you could watch that 24 hours a day.
Oh God.
There's all sorts of garbage. My wife and I have 22 kids, and are also Amish. And then there's like escaping a family with 22 kids that's Mormon, and like all sorts of stuff.
Oh. God. Yeah, I can't wait. Diving in.
Some of them are kind of sad. Like some of them, you know, when there's like the lady who
sure.
like eats mattresses, you're like, I can laugh at
Like,
that.
oh, no.
That's I'm like, oh, you know, she's quirky. Or like the lady who she's obsessed with the Ninja Turtles and all she eats is pizza covered in mayonnaise. You're like, they're just kind of like a character. But then sometimes it's like, you know, I have to climb over a mountain of newspapers to get to my toilet, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I saw an episode of Hoarders once, and it just made me feel really shitty. It was like, no, I don't like this.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I went through a phase where I watched like a lot of Intervention, and it's kind of like the same thing. I think when I was younger, I was like, man, let's see like what these people are getting up to, and then you're like, oh, that again.
Yeah. Like, oh, yeah, no, this is bad.
Just kind of sad.
Yeah. Oh man.
That being said, it has its moments.
God. What I did just get into that I've been very much enjoying is freaking Letterkenny.
Oh yeah.
Been a big fan of that.
I told you I've only seen one episode of it, and I was okay with it, but I think it's one of those things where it's almost like too Canadian for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where
for
I'm
me,
like,
it's like, oh, a fine Canadian
Yeah,
delicacy.
an export, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say several Canadians I've talked to have been like, you know, it's not like that here. I think it's a little exaggerated. I'm
I
like,
think
listen,
there's parts of
believe
Canada that it probably represents quite accurately.
Word. Oh man.
But I have a bias against Canadian TV because growing up it sucked like really badly, and now apparently it's kind of people love like Schitt's Creek and.
Yeah, so that's a Canadian show.
It is, yeah.
I did not know that. My mom's in love with that show.
People love like Kim's Convenience is pretty well liked. I don't know if that's known in America, but when I was growing up, all the shows on Canadian TV were horrendous. Like terrible knockoffs of American TV, but with worse actors. And
Oh no.
yeah, or like
Yeah, I'm
there's
trying to think if there were any like Canadian shows I watched.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
That was a Canadian show.
It is.
Oh, I loved that show when I was a kid. I had digital cable pretty early. It came to New York really early on. So I was into like, what was it? Was it Fuse or Much Music?
Oh,
Or
well,
was that
yeah.
the same thing?
I don't know what Fuse is, but Much Music is like our version of MTV.
Yeah. So like I would watch Much Music all the time and be like, oh, this is so much cooler than MTV. But like I was like, no, it's just different. That's why I like it.
I think it kind of kept the like the MTV original vision a little bit longer. Like now it's just
they held
Teen
on to
Mom.
music videos.
Yeah, even in the 2000s you could watch music videos on Much Music, but now
Yeah.
it's just what's that guy's name? Rob Deerdeck.
Yeah.
What's that show
Yeah.
called? Inconceivable. I forget what it's called.
I never saw that one. Although I did love Robin Big.
I've never
was a fun
seen the show. I honestly don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's a skateboarder, and now I think he's just a guy who spends a lot of money on MTV that they give him. That's pretty much. I feel like that's any show I've seen him do. It's I'm doing crazy stuff with a big budget. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I got nothing against it. I mean, I honestly, like, could you imagine a better job than essentially hosting America's Funniest Home Videos? I have been thrown off the edge.
Oh no! Oh god, it was happening to me as you were saying it. If you didn't say it, I would have just let it. That happened to me the other day because I hadn't played in so long. I got on this and I was like, wait, what? And someone killed me, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Send it.
I can't wait to do this to like the world's biggest streamer.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
And then get like hate messages.
Some kid come to your door and try to kill you.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna be a good nice boy during the rivals. I take it all back.
Oh man. Yeah, we have a kind of he's a mutual acquaintance, I guess, called Gotham Chess. I don't know if you know Levy, but
not well, but like I'm aware of. Yeah.
Okay, he's going through it right now because he like played somebody in chess on his stream. Oh no! And like he insinuated after going through that person's profile that they were probably cheating, you know, using an engine to come up with the best possible moves. And then they got banned from chess.com. And then their like kid, who may have also just been the person in the account in the first place, made a post that was like, oh, my dad was playing on chess.com and he's actually like a retired grandmaster that nobody's ever heard of. Blah blah blah, and it made like news, like in huge news in Indonesia, national news. The guy was on like the Indonesia's version of like the Joe Rogan podcast and stuff like that. And Levy he's been getting genuinely like 10,000 death threats a day for 2 or 3 weeks.
That's insane.
It is. It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
holy crap.
I mean, it turns out that after like all of the after the dust settled, it seemed like he really was cheating too. So
holy crap.
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
That's wild. Dude, the chess world.
The chess world is crazy. Do you know about PP in your Pampers?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually do. It took a second.
Yeah, the PP in your Pampers is
Holy
great.
Shit.
And then there's a grandmaster a couple years ago got banned for life because he kept going to the bathroom during his games. And then someone stood on the toilet and like took a photo of him, and he was looking up the moves on his phone and then coming back to the chair. There's a lot of drama in the chess world.
Oh, that old gambit. That is ridiculous. Oh my god.
It's a wild ecosystem.
That's so funny. There needs to be like a Netflix documentary, like it could be as many parts as they want, just with like, just explaining any of these things.
Oh, and then that's not even like, I mean, in history, like Bobby Fischer, he's a real character, and that's just to put it politely. Yeah,
I'm
chess.
like laser in the zone on this one.
Yeah, I'm jealous that you were like up at the front, like at the back. It was a nightmare.
Just a disaster.
I think I mean pretty easily though. Oh. Even like I apologize if you've heard this before. I used to be in like the local chess club when I was a kid, and one time I played against a guy, and I was like pretty good, especially for my age. I played against a guy who was at least 45 or 50 years old, and he made a bad move, and I took his piece. We had 2 hours on the clock, and he said, "I don't even know why I come to these fucking things," and he just stood up and walked out. And
wow.
they wouldn't give me the win until his clock ticked down to 0. So I had to sit there for 2 hours just watching an empty chair. I was like 12 years old.
That's insane.
And he never came back.
Wow. That's damn. I never thought of like IRL BM before.
Yeah, I mean, he was
that's what that is.
He was having a bad day, I'm sure, but
oh yeah.
I mean, it's got to suck to lose in a battle of wits to a 12-year-old, but it's
yeah, that can't feel good.
It's bad for your ego.
He was like, you know what'll help me get over the divorce? A little game of chess. Oh man,
that's good stuff.
Oh, yeah. God, I remember. I think I probably told you this once before. There was like an NBA Jam tournament nationally through all the Blockbuster videos, and I was just convinced I was the best NBA Jam player on earth. It's like I beat my friends all the time. I was in like 2nd grade. And I was just like, oh my God, like when I win, they fly you out to like the finals in California. I'm going to meet Shaq. This is so fucking cool. I went to Blockbuster and just got smoked by some like late teens, early 20s guy who just absolutely beat the shit out of me. He crushed me. I was devastated.
No, I hear you. And that's the story of chess for like every chess prodigy but one is like you're really good at like, you know, your local level, and then you go to the regionals, and then you're like, oh, I'm really good here, and then you just keep going until you lose all of your self-esteem at a certain level. Maybe it's at the state level, maybe it's at the national level, but unless you're literally the best person in the world, like you just play until you realize there's always a bigger fish, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that's just brutal.
I'm not gonna qualify, by the way.
Oh no.
I think.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, look at that center though.
That was helpful.
That does it. Here he comes.
Season 3 is my weakest season for sure.
What was the medieval stuff.
Season 2 is why? I've done it.
There you go, you got it. A little dicey at the end, but it got there.
He's just pushing me out of the way for no reason.
Oh man.
Yeah, I played in a couple of like video game tournaments, and it's pretty much the same thing. I went to a retro video game expo in Vancouver and lost in Mario Kart Wii to like a 9-year-old, and I was like,
oh no.
I was like, good game, but I'm gonna get you. Just committed that name to memory, and
yep,
that was like 9 years ago. So
someday he'll get it.
I played in a rock band tournament and lost badly as well. And
oh no.
And I even put a wig on and everything. I was like,
oh no,
like to be like a cool hair metal guy, but
yeah. Was this at PAX?
No, this is at my university.
Okay. I remember seeing a rock band tournament at the one PAX I ever went to, and having a microsecond of like, oh, I could do that. And I was like, wait, no, there's a big crowd. There's props involved. No. God, there was in my mall, for any folks who might be from Long Island, at Roosevelt Field Mall on Long Island, there was a Wizards of the Coast store.
Whoa, that's pretty sick.
It was sick. It was like tabletop games, but they also had PC stuff, and they had a little LAN area in the back with 8 computers. And they would do tournaments that won you like just like store credit pretty much, which was fine because I love the Magic. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play one of the Counter-Strike tournaments. Some of my friends, and we like did decent, but we're getting a little bit smoked by children. And at one point, they just started calling us slurs in the chat.
Oh no!
And we were all like to the guy running the place. We were like, "You see this shit?" And he was like, kids." We're like, "No, not kids." And like, granted, this was a long time ago. Like, it was honestly like a slur you could hear on Saturday Night Live.
Okay,
at the time.
yeah.
So it wasn't that far fetched. But even still, I was like, "This is ridiculous. I'm getting my ass kicked by a 9-year-old who's dropping that on me." Like, I want to kill this kid. And I think in the end of it, they just gave us all the same amount of store credit.
Hey.
Like we finished playing, and they were like, "All right, you all get like a $20 gift voucher," and I bought Tropico. Tropico 1. It was whenever that came out. Well, we passed.
I kind of missed. Oh yeah, I died on Jump Shoulder or Jump. Do
you want to run it back? Or
no, but send it. Yeah, get some practice. I died due to my own idiocy, so
that's fair. It's fair.
I can't be too upset. I miss the computer game aesthetic of like a store where you could buy boxed computer games.
Yeah,
there's so much mystery when you walk in and there's like a jewel CD case with like a bowling ball on it.
Yep.
Man. I wonder what.
God, yeah, I used to. That same mall for some reason had like 3 EB games.
Oh yeah.
It had Electronics Boutique, and then EB World, and then EB Games.
Dude, I lived in a town with like 130,000 people, and our mall had 2 EB games, which is. I can't imagine the demand for physical games being so high. They opened 1 on each floor.
Yeah, it was the same. Yeah, there were 3 floors in that mall, and each floor freaking had one. I remember, what was the name? There was some game on, I think it was coming out for Xbox, that had like an insanely expensive and huge controller.
Oh, Steel Battalion.
Steel Battalion, yeah. I remember I would go to the mall with my friends and just Google at that thing and be like, imagine being able to afford that.
Dude, I've never played it before this, but at PAX East like 7 years ago, I entered a Steel Battalion tournament, and they actually had like trip sitters that would be like, they knew how to use the controller and they'd walk you through it. And I just remember my guy getting so mad at me because I kept like, there was a little plexiglass case over the eject button, and I just kept like flicking it open and being like now, and he's like, not now. Like you gotta power up your right leg and then like bend it. And I was
oh, that's great. God, I hope. Oh wow, I picked up. I was holding my mouse and keyboard, so the controller just started vibrating insanely and scared me. I thought it was a bug on my desk.
How old was I? Oh, I was like 25. It was not that long ago. But he was like at least in his mid-30s, so I think that makes it okay.
Yeah.
I did not win the tournament, for the record. In fact, I think he won the tournament later. From what I remember, I think he went on to win, believe it or not.
I still feel really strong on Hexagon. Like I played yesterday for a little bit, and I won all but like one of my Hexagons.
Dude, that's good stuff. I'm very confident in my Hexagon skills as well.
It's just such a good finale.
They did a great job on this one.
I like the little makeover they gave it. It's nice.
And what's so season 3? Oh, the finals are the roll that rolls super fast, and it only has 2 lanes, and then weird hexagon with ice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Old bad hexagon. There's not many people below. I just need to stop that guy from running to my shit.
Yeah, I think you're in a good spot here.
Ugh, nope. This guy's gone and blown it for me, but I could. So the guy up to my right is the only guy higher above me. Oh, this motherfucker. Just devastating. Oh, it's very devastating. I take it all back.
Hey, there's a final. Yeah, dang casuals.
Chaos.
Nothing makes me madder, and this game is like the closest thing to road rage I ever experienced. People will ruin your game for no reason except that you were gonna finish ahead of them, even though you were both going to lose. It drives me insane that like sometimes in Hexagon, someone will be like, "Oh, you're trying to take my tiles? I'm gonna grab you so that we both die instead." Like literally, they're guaranteeing themselves a loss just to make you lose, and it drives me up the. Okay, I raged a little more yesterday in the driving simulator, but Fall Guys in general gets me there.
This is evil behavior.
People will be like, 40 qualify. You'll be in like 23rd, and they'll just grab you and be like, "Nah, I'm coming 23rd. You're coming 24th."
Oh man, it's the worst.
You should play that. Do you have a wheel? I'm trying to sell everybody on these weird games. City car driving.
I'm all for weird games. City car driving?
City car driving. If you have a wheel and pedal setup, you get to do a little driver's ed course and then take your driving test, which I failed every single time until I rage quit. And then I took the other driving test in the city and I failed for 2 hours, and then on the final one, I got it. I finally passed.
Oh man, yeah, I would get a wheel and pedals. I've never had them.
It's I bought it to play F1, and I mean, if you like driving games, then it's great. Obviously, I don't know why else you would get it, but I don't use it that often. But when I get in like a fix, like I think that I'm gonna become like that. I'm gonna become like a middle-aged British dude with a skullet. And just be that guy who gets really into like motorsport. It's like, oh, we're running Silverstone this weekend.
I love that. Dude, a couple friends of mine have been telling me that I need to watch the F1 documentary and get into F1.
It's
I was like,
good.
you know what? I'm looking for some shit to get into. I'm gonna try it.
F1 is cool. I don't know what the timeline or the what time the races will be on Eastern time, because it's screwed Pacific, but I think Eastern might be slightly better. I
think it's all right. And like I'm already in like a pretty early guy. I was saying before, so my vaccine is in full effect as of April 6th.
Okay.
And that is the day I go to the gym and hire a trainer and all that. And like I just can't wait. But like I'm already I already get up at like 7 a.m. some days, so getting to the gym in the morning shouldn't be that hard for me.
Dude, that's earlier than I get up, and I have a 5-month-old child. It's not much earlier.
Just become an early guy. It's weird.
I don't know about you. I feel better when I wake up early.
Me too. I feel so much better. And like I also typically, I feel like I never really get into like true brain hell unless it's like the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That's when I start to think stupidly and like just like dwell on things. That doesn't happen during the day for me so much.
And I think like, I don't know, you just
sharper.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels better.
I always thought I was a night owl, but I think I actually just like to be on the internet a lot and then stayed up too late. And then when I started waking up early, I was like, man, I feel like I get so much more done. The sun is out. I'm like noticeably happier and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like it feels so good to get stuff accomplished, and like it's not even the afternoon yet. That's really good.
Dude, like I take a day off on Saturdays. Usually I've got to do like a little YouTube thumbnail stuff. Get that done by like 8 a.m. and I'm like, this is a dream come true.
Yeah, it rocks. God, today I was, so every day for the last few weeks, I've been making myself exercise before I get to go live or like do any solid internet time.
Yeah.
That's been my like carrot on a stick. Like, you get to stream, you got to do this first. And today it was cold and raining outside. So I was like, you know what? I've always been apprehensive about exercising on stream and just like shooting the shit. So I just biked on stream.
I saw, yeah.
I did freaking like 18 miles.
That's a lot.
It's just insane.
18 miles is like, that's
my
like
most
30
ever is
kilometers.
usually like 6. Like that was cool. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna lean into being the guy that does this kind of shit for a bit. I feel like stream's my accountability now.
You know what? I think it's neat.
Hey, whatever works.
If it works, then it works. There is like, I don't know if you were using this. I forget what it's called, but I've seen some other streamers do it where like you can hook your bike up to almost like a game where you can virtually see other people doing the same course as you.
Yeah, I wish. So like I was actually so bummed when I bought this bike because I got it and like 3 weeks later that became their new model.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it was also a little more expensive. I was like, I don't know if I would have paid extra for it. This thing's still fine. It works.
Yeah, my dad got a Peloton and he's like, he loves it. I mean, he didn't get a Peloton, but he got like the Bowflex knockoff version of the Peloton, and then like has the app.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a slightly cheaper way to do it, and he loves it.
Hell yeah.
And they were trying to give us, so I mean, this is a first world problem, but they're like, we're gonna get you a Peloton for Christmas, and I was like, we literally have we have like a baby and no space. Like, do not get us an exercise bike, please. But
oh god, yeah, I kind of want to get just an actual bicycle.
It's pretty cool,
especially now that I'm like in a city, you know.
Yeah, it's I maybe once every 2 years I get really into cycling out here, and it's cool. And I feel like you can do it's good praxis to be a cyclist, because you can be like not an asshole, and then hopefully that will help you bring up the average perception of cyclists out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's a lot of people.
A lot of cities hate cyclists. You know what? Yeah, come to think of it.
I hate everybody in this city.
That's fair.
I hate pedestrians. They wear all black on rainy days and jaywalk, and then like get hit by a car. Cyclists don't follow the rules of the road that they're supposed to, despite the fact that we have like amazing cycling infrastructure, and also do crazy stuff like on recreational tourist bike paths. They're dressed like Lance Armstrong, zipping by, going like on your left. And I'm like, dude, this is like a leisure, it's a pleasure cruise. And then every driver is just looking at their cell phone constantly.
Oh no. Yeah, that's bad. I went on a hike last Sunday with some friends, and there was a moment where someone came by on a bike just being like, on the left, on the left. It's like, this is a tiny little bridge. Like, get off your bike and walk it. I didn't say that, but I thought it.
Yeah, just like slow down for a second, or like,
yeah, like just chill.
People are zooming by like little kids being dragged, or not dragged, but like in a bike trailer sort of thing, and they're zipping by trying to set like these Strava like green splits and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, just chill. This is like, people are just trying to relax out here.
Yeah, yeah.
Just go
this
bike
is a
on the road.
stressing round of fall ball, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This is a heart pounder.
Oh! I got confidence. Thank you. Saved. You got it. Well done. Okay,
see, pineapple.
You and me, Unicorn, we just gotta hold the fort down.
It's such a satisfying feeling when you get a good random teammate in this, or really any game. Oh no.
Bad timing.
Oh no.
It was a very tough save. That's what I'm gonna say in our defense, but
yeah, that's fair.
I think it was possible.
Oh my god. Oh.
Off the post. Oh.
You know? Could this? Oh, please.
Oh, baseball helmet.
Oh, come on. It was on its way. Brutal.
Oh, well. Try again. Yeah. It's just practice.
Yeah, just vibing, you know?
Also, dude, that's why, like, I liked biking, and it feels nice. I just wish people would not always like make it their religion.
Yeah.
It has a culture
really,
issue
man.
for me. Too many evangelists.
For sure. And I feel the same way, like, honestly, and like, I'm apprehensive to even say this because I know so few people like this. It does happen.
Yeah, go off.
But I feel the same way with cutting meat. Like, I'm on like 2 weeks no meat now.
Dude,
and there's some folks, like there's one or two out of almost everyone, so it's not many, but some folks who will be like, well, you cannot do that, and you cannot do that. I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm just trying not to eat meat anymore.
There are people who are very defensive about like other people becoming vegetarians.
Yeah.
They would like they start to treat you like a pariah. Not everybody, but sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I went to Thanksgiving as a vegetarian once, and people were like so like paranoid that I was just gonna explode. They're like, are you gonna be okay not having turkey? And I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, it's fine. It's literally like not a problem even in the slightest. And they do the thing that they accuse vegans of doing all the time, which is like telling you like being really militant about it. Oh, well, just, hey, just because you're a vegetarian doesn't mean you're doing any better for the environment than I am. I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to eat like less meat.
Yeah. And honestly, like it's the craziest thing too that I've noticed is like I have tons of vegan friends and none of them have ever been that way. And every time I've brought up like, yeah, I haven't eaten meat in 2 weeks. I'm just trying to cut meat out. I'll get people who are like, I'm gonna eat 10 times more meat. I love meat, meat. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry.
Yo, just chill out.
Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to chill here about it. That's easy.
I think that during my motorsport phase in 15 years, I will probably go vegetarian again. We have Kate, like I would probably pursue it more now, but Kate's I mean, she has low iron to begin with, so it's kind of hard to supplement that with the only plant diet to begin with. But then, like on top of that, a lot of Korean cuisine is like heavily meat based. And,
yeah.
But I'm like, otherwise, I think I already would have done it.
Yeah, I think it's fine to just cut out as much as you can, you know?
And I know, like, how this sounds, but, like, I feel a little bit like a hypocrite when I, like, eat an animal, because I also will, like, watch a movie, like, I don't know if you know Okja, but, like, it's basically an allegory about, like, you know, slaughterhouses, and I'm like, yeah, I like feel bad for the mythical creature that's about to go into the slaughterhouse, but I'll be like eating a hot dog at the same time.
Yeah, there's that disconnect.
Yeah, like rather than try to ignore that feeling, I think it's better to be like, you know, to recognize that the mature thing to do is reconcile it, but you know, I haven't quite put it into practice yet.
Yeah, that's fair. It takes time. For me, I was like, I actually talked to a few friends about it, but one of my friends was like, hey man, like, you're saying you want to really get serious about your health. For me, it was just that, like, I know when I'm on a bit of a death spiral, like an anxiety spiral and all that, I go straight for fast food.
Yeah, for sure.
And when things were rough a few weeks ago, I was like, you know what? I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Sonic and get like 5 double cheeseburgers. Let's go, fuck it. I'm just gonna be a slob. And I was like, that's so stupid. Don't do that. And like, I was like, the easiest way to keep myself away from that like bad binge eating for comfort and all that I was like, if I cut meat out, that cuts out almost all fast food. And then right there, that's like one little stop in my head if I have that urge.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's like
that's been super helpful.
Malf and I went vegetarian for like 4 months one summer, and I lost like 20 pounds just like not doing anything. Just like instead of being able to just eat like, you know, 5 chicken tenders, I would just eat like some soup or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I made a truly massive batch of vegan chili. It was every bowl was only 300 calories, and I've eaten almost nothing but that for a week. Just every time I'm like a little short on calories in my fitness pal, or I'm a little hungry, I'm like, well, having a bowl of chili.
Hey.
And like I just finished it today. 7 days, 7 full days of chili.
Are you scared of this as much as
I haven't done this yet. I honestly haven't even looked at the squares yet. I'm just trying to live. This is.
I am on a cherry.
Oh no, I'm just gonna try to follow other people. Oh no. Okay, goodbye. Holy, that's overwhelming. Oh my god.
Alright, let's see. I got cherries, grapes, and oranges. Cherries, grapes, and oranges, man, no problem. A great opportunity to grab Mr. Beast, though.
Oh yeah.
I was so stupid.
No.
I was literally on it, and I was like, you know, oh well.
Just brutal.
Yeah. That's not
you know, that one might not come up.
Yeah.
I want to see an everyone gets eliminated. I know it won't happen, but I want to see it happen.
In all of my life playing Fall Guys, I never had like round 2, everybody but one person got eliminated, the game ends, or like everybody gets eliminated. Like all of my games ended very casually.
Dude, the true dream for me is to get into a fall ball. You beat the other team so badly they quit, and then you self-score until you lose. I just want to see what happens. They all have to quit though.
I wonder, the game might continue if they all quit. It might still continue to timeout, and then if you went super fast.
Or there might just be no winner. The game might just end.
You might take down the whole server if you.
Oh my god!
They might not have done
my devious little plan to take down Big Fall Guys.
Oh, that's the other thing about like eating less meat or going vegan. It opened my eyes to like so many different cuisines that I basically had never experienced before. Like
hell yeah.
being forced to not just be like, I'll just have like a chicken breast and some rice, And instead, like I
Oh, there's so much.
so much good Indian food and
Yeah. That was part of part of my decision too. Was now that I'm in a city, there's seemingly limitless options like that.
it makes sense, yeah.
Like there's two places. They're both chains. That's why I don't feel weird saying it. But the first place I went to was Kava, which they did. It's like Mediterranean bowls, pretty much.
Okay.
And just got like a falafel bowl, and that's awesome. Really good. Like good on the calories too. There's this other place I went to called Meza, which is kind of the same thing, but it's more like Turkish food. But I get vegetable kefka.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember which it is. Oh my god, it's so good, and like the bowls are tremendous and like 400 calories.
Yo, that's
it's
sick.
insane. Everyone's on that cauliflower rice now too, seemingly everywhere. I go. I
Yeah,
love that.
definitely. I just got on the brown rice, and I thought I was still part of like the cutting edge. Now everyone's eating cauliflower rice.
All about cauliflower rice now. Yeah, I find it so much easier. Like I have so many delivery and takeout options that are vegetarian and vegan that it makes it way easier if I'm feeling lazy.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Dude,
I just couldn't do that in Florida where I was.
I'm very jealous of the vaccinated, and it's for petty reasons. Like, there's no reason I should be at the front of the line, right? It makes no sense. But like, the only places we've eaten out from in the past like year and a bit are like the same 6 takeout restaurants that deliver well. I want to get out there, and I don't think I've had a hamburger in like 13 months. Sorry, I'll make sure to order an extra one because I know that you just got off the whole meat thing or whatever.
Have 2. Man, I made Impossible burgers the other day that were fantastic.
I haven't had the Impossibles, but I've had the Beyonds a few times. I like them a lot. I heard Impossible's even better, honestly.
Yeah, the Beyond I had, and it was fine, but I did like Impossible better. Beyond, I heard, does better with sausages and stuff like that, though.
This is not necessarily a valid reason. The Beyond sausages just look so bad that I like. Have you ever seen the picture of the ones that are like shriveled up little dicks inside of the package, and then like a big pool of like beet juice at the bottom?
Oh no!
I've heard that they're really good, but the way that they look sometimes is just not up to par for me.
That's fair. That's fair. I have like a cheesy pasta dish I usually make. But I was gonna try it this week, subbing in the Beyond sausages.
Oh, okay.
And also, you ever use Better Than Bouillon to cook?
I haven't. No.
That stuff's great.
Is that that's Trader Joe's thing? Better Than Bouillon?
They probably carry it there. I feel like it's pretty easy to get now in general, but it's instead of using stock or bouillon cubes, it's like a paste that you mix with boiling water.
Okay.
I think it just tastes amazing. I started using that in all my cooking, but they have a roasted garlic one, so now I'm using that as my base instead of beef stock for most things I used to cook.
That's Chef Mario Batali from the Iron Chef.
Yeah,
that's his secret weapon.
Really?
He always talks. I mean, I think he's canceled, but like, hey, that doesn't mean the man doesn't know how to make a flavorful roux.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always using bouillon cubes, apparently.
I'll be. Yeah, I'm all about that roasted garlic base. It's great. They do a roasted vegetable base too. That's really good. But even there, I was using their beef stock in all my cooking for a while, and I feel like it made it so much better.
Yeah, I realized like I cooked a lot, but we've been getting like HelloFresh, like Blue Apron style stuff, and every single recipe just uses like a bouillon cube. And I was like, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. A friend of mine sent me a free month of Purple Carrot, which is essentially just HelloFresh but vegan.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I still have to sign up for it and all that, but I'm psyched to try one of those. I never did one of the meal boxes.
It's just like I think you will hate it. Is my take. Not in a negative way, but like I feel like because like I know how to cook to a certain extent, and when I do the meals, I'm like I could make this about as good in 1/4 of the time.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that happening.
But it is nice to have a variety throughout the week. And honestly, like especially since we've had the kids, sometimes I'm like, when dinner takes like 40 minutes to cook, I'm like, it's a positive thing because it means I get 40 minutes just to be alone with my thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not complaining about errands taking too long as much anymore.
Yeah, no, it's kind of nice. Like I like I loved making that chili, and I did it on. I was gonna do a slow cooker or instant pot. Is that in you or is that?
Whoa, what
What am I hearing?
Are you okay?
Sorry. I heard what sounded like an ice cream truck jingle, and I was like,
Oh,
what the fuck?
yeah, I think that's in your.
I think it's just the world's loudest ice cream truck just went down my street.
I did get a little scared when you said
was
is that
distressing.
in you. I was like, what the?
I thought it was like, well, I saw you lit up, and I was like, is this coming from him? This sounds like it's in my soul. That was horrifying. Anyway, my train of thought's gone now.
Oh,
You know what I was
yeah,
gonna
no,
say?
fair enough.
Never coming back.
I thought I had something and I lost it as well. I got very. Oh no! Wait! Oh I remember what I was going to tell you. We bought an air fryer, but it hasn't arrived yet. And I know you like air fryers. So I wanted. To
I
tell
do.
you.
So I'm in a weird spot with air fryers right now, which is I ruined mine. I think.
Okay.
I before we moved,
put some
I
milk
was
in it or
cleaning the
something?
inside of it with oven cleaner,
Oh.
and I forgot that I put a second treatment in it.
Okay.
And so I think it just corroded the inside insanely. And what's funny is I had a second one that was brand new that Amazon accidentally sent me, and I gave it to my mom before I moved. I was like, "Here, have this nice brand new air fryer. I have my own." And like as we got here, I was like, "Hey, did you open that?" She's like, "Oh my god, yeah, I love it." I was like, "Yeah, don't worry about it." You keep it. But they sell oven ranges now with, I mean, it's essentially a convection oven with just another fan, but an air fryer functionality in it. I'm like, I could just fuck around and get a new oven range. I kind of want to make this kitchen sick.
Dude, I'm excited to give it a try. I feel like the Instant
It's
Pot
nice.
I like, and most people I think are positive on the Instant Pot. But I've
Yeah,
had
I
a
love
couple
mine.
people be like, it's not like, I don't think it's all that. Literally everybody that has an air fryer loves it.
Yeah, it's great.
I've never heard anybody be like, my air fryer, yeah, not worth it.
If only because, I mean, it's an oven that gets hot instantly. Like, any
That is pretty
frozen
sick.
kind of food you'd ever want to heat up, you could do it in like a half the time in an air fryer, which is nice.
That is cool.
It also does chicken wings really good, I think. Like,
heard
I
that, yeah.
genuinely prefer chicken wings in the air fryer to a deep fryer. Because it's the perfect in between. It's like a little juicy still, but it's got a crunch to it.
I feel like there's like anti-air fryer shills.
A lot of people get very mad and they're like, it's just an oven. I'm like, I know, but it's still good.
I'm just suspicious. 2 people in chat said I gave it away. It's whatever. And I'm like, is there like a like the toaster oven lobby pays people to copy paste that message in chat?
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things, like, if you have a good oven, you don't need one.
Okay. Well, we have a pretty decent oven, but we also have an amazing smoke detector, which means that I don't want to use the oven as much as I probably
fair.
should. So
My biggest thing with it was just how quick it was with shit, especially for reheating things. Like, reheated pizza in the air fryer is as good as reheated in an oven. You're just not waiting like 20 minutes for it to heat up.
and that's the big knock on ovens, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what you when you start using Purple Carrot, if they got the same methodology, you're gonna be in the same boat. It'll be like, hey, this recipe only takes 20 minutes. Step 1, preheat your oven to 450 degrees. You're like, that takes 20,
Like, all right.
23 minutes itself.
Oh man, that was, our oven in Florida was just horrible. And every time I'd cook, I'd be like, all right, well, at least an hour before I want to start cooking, let me preheat this horrible thing. It would take legitimately a full hour to get to like 400.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Heats up your whole house.
just hate it. Man, I'm thinking, it was one of those things where like a few friends of mine have reached out and been like, are you doing this to cope? Or I'm like, no, genuinely, I love streaming. I want to set up my kitchen to have a little studio in it.
That'd be super cool.
I think it would be sick. Even if I didn't use it all the time, like just half, like if I'm bored on stream or like, I'm like, oh, I'm a little hungry, I could just cut to the kitchen cameras and go cook something. And that's more forced accountability. I can't go like, I can't throw to the kitchen cam and like open a bunch of Big Macs. Everyone will be like, what are you doing? Stop it, Justin. I couldn't do that.
Honestly, I've
Man,
been
we
seeing
just
like this.
destroyed.
Oh,
both
this is really
teams, by the
good.
way.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I've been. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've been saying the same thing to chat. Like that's one of the reasons that I like having face cam on is that I think it helps me make better choices. Not 100% of the time, but you know, if I get in like a period of a couple of weeks where I'm not taking great care of myself, I'm like, hey, knock that off. You're gonna hurt the on-screen products.
It helped force me to quit smoking.
Yeah,
It'll help me to quit
imagine.
vaping too. People still come in occasionally and roast me for it. And I'm like, no, please.
I did laugh a little
not
bit.
cigarettes.
I saw you on the exercise bike, and I think you took like a little break to walk around.
A little tiny.
And yeah, then you took a vape hit, and I was like, this guy is crazy. He's flexing that like vaccine privilege right now. He's like, I don't have to worry about my lungs. It's in the middle of strenuous exercise. I'm gonna blow a cloud.
It's a little baby hit.
I was mad, but like in a jealous way.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I got lucky. You know, I don't think it's any like strength of character. I just like my mom smoked when I was a kid, and she quit when I was in like 8th grade, and she was like, never start, and I was like, that seems wise. So I just never, I just got lucky and never started.
I started so stupidly. Where I had like a few friends who were a few years older than me. Like I was 12 and they were all 16. And one of my friends was just like, dude, I started smoking cigarettes. I lost like 30 pounds.
Oh, no.
Trying to lose some weight. Trying to lose some weight. Start smoking cigarettes. And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And then I smoked cigarettes for 20 years, and it didn't work. It didn't do a good job.
I mean, nobody ever has like a good reason to start, except for like, you know, oh, I was overseas in World War II, and
Yeah.
you know, there was nothing to do on my ship in the Navy, so.
It's funny. I haven't talked to him either in like a very long time, but if I ever run into Imran, I'm gonna be like, you remember that? Remember you told me that? That's bad advice.
Screwed things up for me pretty bad.
Yeah, that's been the shit. I haven't had. I hadn't had a cigarette in 3 years.
Yeah.
And then when I had a rough week recently, I that was part of my little spiral. I was like, I'm gonna smoke cigarettes. And I had cigarettes. And I was like, yeah, this feels awful. Immediately, I was like, oh, no more of that. Hated that.
Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah, I'm like, well, at least. Oh no.
Oh, that was tough.
It's all right. You're gonna carry it all the way. I can feel it in my bones.
He's grabbing. I don't want to be here anymore. Just kidding. I'm gonna stay here forever.
Yeah, that was a moment where I was like, I'll never smoke again if I could do that.
This shouldn't be this hard. Like, it's just pressing a single button now and then. But it takes...
There's other buttons sometimes. Dude, that beautiful lady next to you has murder in her eyes.
I know, I'm so scared, but I don't want to go to the other platform.
No, I don't blame you. I don't know. I was like, is that a princess?
I think it's supposed to be some kind of princess, yeah.
At first, I almost said the Pope. I was like, no, that's not the
The
Pope.
papa!
Papa!
Ooh! I'm dead. All right.
Oh, brutal.
There's some good stuff in there, but...
Yeah. Still an excellent effort.
Two finals? Hey, man. If that was Hexagon, we're taking home the dub.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed. Head eyes, I'm dead. Is that you? I'm dead.
Who's shooting? Who's shooting? I'm dead.
Sorry, I hate Tarkov. I hate Tarkov so much, and I mean, I don't hate it necessarily, but like Kate watches I don't hate it as a game, I guess, necessarily. But Kate watches like a Korean streamer, and all his VODs come to YouTube. They usually get like 80 to 200,000 views. He's become addicted to Tarkov, and they get like 20,000, and I'm like, fucking good.
Oh, I love that.
I don't know why, but I just hate it.
I don't know what came over me, but I played that game every day from Christmas until like 5 days ago.
Are you still into it, or
I
are
was
you
just
like you're out now?
I miss it. I was gonna play today, and then the bike took longer than I thought it was gonna.
It's
But,
the only game I've ever played in my life, I think, where I can pinpoint the exact moment that like it ended for me. It was we were playing it, like the magic spell broke. We were playing it for Team Unity, and then like Dan killed me in a way that I felt like we shouldn't have had that happen. And then, like 45 minutes later, Mouth was getting lit up by a scav in Factory. I shot the scav, and then he looked at me and shot me in the head, and I was just like, all right, I think I'm just out now. I think you have. And I'm not like. If anything, I feel like that was a good thing that the spell managed to break. But yeah, then he said, "Don't worry, I got him." It's just the worst.
I saw a clip of this. Oh, that's great. Me and Mal killed each other the other day. I got him at like the start of our session, and I felt awful. And then later on, we had a moment of someone was like, "There's a guy in a bush," and I was in a bush, and I immediately got shot in the head. and he was like, "Oh no, that was just." It was fine. I felt like we were even after that.
Yeah, I honestly, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I take it harder than I should.
No, I mean, genuinely, I don't know. I liked the game a lot, but I feel like most people's thing is like, now that the wipe's been going for a bit,
People are too strong.
it's just not. I'm at a point where I don't care about losing anything because I have infinity money.
Yeah.
And I think everyone else is the same because everyone's RoboCop now. They're impossible to kill.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't think the Tarkov community is that much more toxic than like any other community.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I will say, when I see like truly heinous Twitch clips, there's usually about a 70% chance it's Tarkov. Like I saw one, and it was like really, really, really bad. The guy died in Tarkov. And then, like, his kid was, like, shouting in the background, and he called his kid, like, the F word, and,
Holy shit.
like, was mocking them and stuff like that. His kid's, like, 3. And I was like, guess what game he was playing?
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, there's definitely, like, I've always found that certain games just have certain folks, I guess, it kind of attracts.
Tarkov
Like,
is,
not
like,
saying everyone play it. Tarkov's definitely one of them.
it's, like, hardcore, like, wannabe ex-military guys.
Yep.
Like,
and
the guys-
Arma was very much the same.
Oh, yeah.
And that's kind of like where I got my Twitch footing was Arma.
Like,
And
Arma 2
yeah.
or Arma 3?
Arma 2 and 3. It started as Arma, and then I did DayZ, and then like went back to just doing Arma BRs and stuff. But yeah, Arma 2 and 3, that would bring in like once a day you'd get a guy who comes in and it's like, "Oh, I found a clip." He'd be like, "It's a fucking magazine. It's a magazine, you turd, you idiot." And just like lose their mind. I'm like, "Oh my god, okay."
Like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. And again, like, I mean, Mouth is like the sweetest guy in the world. He plays Tarkov. Yeah, and you have a very sunny disposition, and you're a nice guy. You play Tarkov. It's just certain elements of like the die-hard like video game milsim community scare me.
Yeah, for sure.
There's even like a guy, like when the gyms were open here, I used to see him at the gym, and he would just run on a treadmill, and he wore like a Canadian military tack vest all the time. And I was just like, I don't know anything about him, but it just scares me a little bit. What's he doing with that tack vest?
Yeah, no,
Why
I
are you
feel
jogging on the treadmill in military equipment? Like, maybe maybe he had some weights in there or something, but.
Yeah, I'm always a bit taken back by like the tactical stuff.
It's weird.
Yeah. God.
I'm like, it's Canada, man. I'm not saying some stuff couldn't go down, but like.
Yeah. Oh man. I've made it my mission of course not until it's safe or until your country will even have me.
Oh yeah.
But I want to visit folks this year,
dude.
And I was saying I'm definitely gonna fly up to Vancouver.
Please do, yeah.
Kick it a little bit. Yeah, dude, hell yeah. Vancouver? I gotta get out to the PC Island too, see Paws.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The west coast of Canada, I would describe it as like Not in a negative way, because I really like San Francisco and San Jose, but it's like a newer version of San Francisco, like a more modern San Francisco, or with less history, if you'd rather put it that way. And
Okay.
but also like largely cleaner, I guess. Not that there's not like areas that you would definitely want to stay away from. There's definitely like every time I'm in San Francisco and like my manager lives there and he'll take us around, he'll be like, this block good, this block bad. And then I'm like, Vancouver's more like, these streets good, this street not so good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is
I'm psyched to get up there. I've like, my only West Coast experiences have been like Twitch cons and when I did the Minecraft marathon. Oh god, I just realized this is Tails. I'm just like running around, like which way do I go? Like, no, there's no way.
That it has a kill feed on it, like.
Yep, it does. It says in very large letters, like find a tail. Oh boy. Oh come on, man.
Come on up. I'm AFK. I'm AFK, sir.
Little fancy walrus owned me. I'm just gonna wait here in the middle for some fool to show up with their tail thinking it's safe.
It is nice here. I think that it seems like the vaccine timeline is accelerating.
Yeah,
which is nice.
For sure.
Because I mean, in the U.S., you guys are ripping them out, which is awesome. And then you're like, hey, here's like some extras for Canada, and I'm like, thank you so much. Originally, the timeline was supposed to be for like people in their 30s would be in September. Now it's June, I think, which is a lot better.
That's much better. And that'll probably come down again, too.
I'm thinking, I agree, actually. I'm optimistic.
Yeah. No. Oh, you have a tail. I did it. Do I just keep chilling here? Yeah, no one around me is mean and tailless. Oh, God.
I've lost my tail.
Oh, no.
Head eyes, I'm dead. I got grabbed by somebody who didn't have a tail at the end.
Who's that? That? I'm dead.
But I have to keep reminding myself. It's a bit that reflects very poorly on me, but I have to keep reminding myself that the vaccine is not a reward for good behavior throughout the pandemic. Because it's so easy to look at the US and be like, why are they giving the vaccines to them when they, like, and by they, I mean, like the worst 30% of the population or whatever, we're like, we're not taking it seriously at all. And then I'm like, oh, because like the other 70% of people who were taking it seriously are way more at risk as a result of the the 30% that was flaunting it. So,
God, it was so crazy moving here, and like just the level of people actually taking it seriously here compared to where I lived.
Oh yeah,
man.
I can't imagine.
It is total whiplash. It's just it's really nice too. Like I got tattooed the other day, and that's just good luck. That my friend who did most of my tattoos on me like over a decade ago, she tattoos in this city now.
Oh, that is sick.
But I went in there, and as soon as I walked in, the person at the front was like, "All right, go to the bathroom, wash your hands, and then use one of these clean pens, and keep your mask on the whole time." I'm like, "God damn, this is nice. It's refreshing." I know this is a lot of steps, but like, I'll do it. I love to wash my hands. Whatever.
I'll tell you where I started to get a little like misanthropic is when I saw that they were vaccinating the gorillas at the San Diego Zoo, and I was like, "Come on, man!
Like, come on now."
Yeah, but then I found out that it was a gorilla exclusive vaccine. It wasn't like they took some doses from that could have gone
Kick some
to
poor old lady to the curb. Yeah. Sorry, lady.
I was also like, how are the gorillas getting the coronavirus to begin with?
That's a good point.
But I don't know. And I guess it's kind of, I don't want to be the one at the zoo who has to put the mask on the gorillas. So sure, get them vaccinated, I guess.
Yeah.
But I was also like, yeah, screw it. Give me the primate vaccine, just as an appetizer.
Have you do you have any like nice masks, or are you using like disposable, just like regular cloth kind of stuff.
We went through like an evolution. We bought nice masks in like April that also supported the Vancouver Aquarium, but they kind of suck if you have glasses because they don't have a nose clip that keeps the air from going and fogging up.
Puffing right up. Yeah.
So then Kate bought some masks from Korea that have a metal nose clip, and those are fantastic. That's what we use.
Yeah.
Now.
Like, are they like KN95s?
They're not. They're like they're one level below that, I think.
Okay. I just got some. I remember like all the masks I were using were pretty cheap, and then I was like, damn, if I'm doing the gym and stuff or like going out to go for a walk, I want to make sure I have a mask on me. But
oh yeah,
that's probably a little uncomfortable. But I got a nice big mask like meant for exercising, machine washable. It's like, damn, this is perfect. Oh, that's heartbreaking, but I tried.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I understand that we're gonna have to wear the masks for a bit, especially because you know I won't be like the very last person getting vaccinated, unless the government has their way. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
you're being specifically targeted and attacked.
Yes,
you're being shadow banned from the vaccine.
It's because Justin Trudeau, he's seen my tweets and he's like, I'm always tweeting stuff like resign and where's my vaccine and stuff like that. But I am looking forward to an era where people that are asymptomatic to any kind of illness at the present moment don't have to wear vaccines, because it is like, I feel like people are too cowardly to talk about it. It is a little annoying.
What, the mask stuff?
Yeah, I'm constantly fogging my glasses up and smelling yesterday's breath and stuff like that. Oh, did I say
I'm
wear
so
vaccines?
self-conscious about my breath now.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I'll brush my teeth and wear my mask, and an hour later be like, that's just, it's not like it smells awful, but ugh, that's gross. This sucks.
There are some positives. Like I think I'm definitely more handsome like with a mask on, but and then the other thing I was telling this got Kate laughing, but I was laughing so hard because like I can never understand what anybody's saying when they're wearing a mask. I just have to derive it, especially without being able to see what their lips are saying, right? So like I bet anytime anybody says anything to me in a mask, it's just like a Fallout dialogue tree where it's just like, you know, haha, okay, thank you, or silence is just.
I get very frustrated when I go into a place and someone says something and I can't hear it through their mask, so they just take it off like and lean into me, and I'm like, whoa, not that. God, I don't like them because I rely on my smile. I lean on that smile. I can't smile at people.
That's a good point. You know, I would say also as a bald person, I feel the need to signal in public sometimes that I'm not one of the bad baldies. So I rely on trying to, you know, give a congenial visage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like I have a very disarming smile. I need that. I'm hoping that they can see it in my cheeks that I'm still smiling.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that man's cheeks are high. I'm just being devastated right now. Jesus Christ, it won't stop.
Oh, you just get, if you're not at the start of this one, you just get crushed in the middle.
I'm still at the beginning.
Oh no!
I got hit by a pole about 14 times back to back, and I couldn't stand.
No, I understand you can't judge somebody exclusively by whether or not they're smiling, but I think I have a smile that particularly is, it's very effective.
Yeah, same. I feel the same way.
It's the other, like, I as a member of the male pattern baldness community, I feel like I cannot get a skull tattoo. I feel like it just, people would judge me a little bit right off the bat.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I have some friends who have skull tattoos. But, like, they cover it with hair most of the time.
Yeah, I don't have that luxury, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's hard being bald. Yesterday's biggest Twitter trend was like, show your range but with hair. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, very
I saw
inclusive.
that. I saw that. That's just, you should have just replied to it with just you frowning.
4 photos of various baldness, which is also known as any 4 photos of me taken in the past 13 years.
There you go. God. For a while there, I've been wanting to shave my beard. even
Yeah,
though I know
okay.
I hate what it looks like without it. But instead, I started using a little bit of beard oil,
Oh,
and it's really pleasant. It's
about
like
that?
made it straighter and softer. It smells nice.
I can't do a larger beard than what I presently have. I don't like the way it right now looks okay. In a month would probably look okay. I can't get through the period in between where it's kind of not okay.
Yeah, where it's like not really long and not really, yeah.
It just looks like maybe this is partly in my head, but it just kind of looks like you're disheveled, I guess. Like
yeah,
it
no,
looks
I
unintentional.
very much get that. It's up until I like kind of cleaned everything up because my beard grows so slow, so I feel like it was still growing in from the last time I shaved, which was like probably over a year ago.
Oh wow.
But yeah, no, it hits a point where you just look kind of messy. And you gotta like put nice clean lines in and all that. And you can't do that until it's a certain length.
Yeah. Oh, I always feel weird when I put the lines in too. Like when if I shave like the cheeks down to like a line that's not like curly and kind of fuzzy, I always feel like do you know Fuzzy too? he's like a YouTuber, an OG YouTuber. He's always got like really clean lines, but I feel like we have a different personality, so I feel like I'm putting on airs.
That's fair.
He got his hairline like tattooed onto his head. Like that's how clean the lines are.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
Dude, you ever see this this big fan on this one? It's pretty crazy.
No, I'm not even up there yet. This might be a nice early failure for me.
Oh my god, me too, maybe.
I'm just finally like, oh my god, you could fly on that fan.
Yeah,
I just
you can
skipped
go, like,
everything.
the whole way.
That was amazing.
Oh,
I'm
thank
in
God.
there. I'm
Oh my
fine.
god, you beat me. No, I'm like, I'm being deliberately taken out of context a little bit. I'll happily let me rephrase. I'll happily wear my mask as long as it's, considered a public health order. But I am looking forward to like putting the baby in the stroller, leaving the house, getting 2 steps, and then being like, oh, I have my freaking mask on. Pull back, put the mask back
Yeah.
on. Like,
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, like I don't like wearing it. But I have also, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, I'm probably just wearing a mask for the rest of my life, huh?
It's possible, yeah.
This is how it is now for me.
But
I'm not
it's-
saying that like we'll have to forever, but I feel like I don't know. I haven't been sick.
It's
been
crazy for me that we used to, like, just if you were sick, you just got on the subway or the bus anyway and just went to work without, like, you shouldn't obviously be going to work in the first place. But sometimes you might not have a choice. But then the fact that it was like you wouldn't wear a mask on top of that is just kind of fucked up. And if you wore a mask and if people were like, "Why are you wearing a mask?" and you said you were sick, they'd be like, "Wow, you're a fucking weirdo." They'd be like, "What do you do? I've never seen that." We used to, because in Korea they have like mask culture basically. So kids would come to school wearing a mask, and we would like not laugh at the children, but at the idea. We'd be like, "Whoa, how like weird! Whoa, what a strange idea that they like wear a mask when they're sick." Now I'm like, they had it all figured out. Man.
Yeah, no, that's the ticket. Yeah, I figure, at the very least, like through flu season, or if I'm not feeling well, I'll always wear a mask from now on.
Yeah,
like that's just a permanent part of my wardrobe now is a mask. They'll always be there.
Polite, like it seems insane, and I maybe I've talked about this with you before, but like I haven't been sick since the pandemic started.
Oh yeah,
which
that's nice.
Yeah, it feels great, and then you realize like how often this is kind of. It's heavily pointing the finger, but like, how often were we getting sick just because sick people were not washing their hands or wearing a mask?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
think about
might get sick like way less often.
Like going to like punk and hardcore shows and shit like that.
Oh my! People
like,
are spitting on
crammed
each
in a
other.
room.
Yeah.
Like people literally climbing on you. Man. Yeah, it's like I can't believe I wasn't sick more often.
It's crazy. I don't know if I'll ever shake hands with anybody ever again.
Man, someone went to shake my hand recently. I think it might have been it was someone here for something with the house. But as they were leaving, they went for the handshake, and I just like closed the door. Like, nope, we're not there yet.
I had sort of a similar situation where it was supposed to, I mean, it's an interaction you'd normally have a handshake with, and then they extended about 1% and then clearly realized it's not okay. And then we both just kind of stood there for about 3 or 4 seconds acknowledging the situation.
Brutal.
And then we just moved on.
The longest 3 or 4 seconds.
I'm actually happy. Not that it happened all the time to begin with, but I'm happy like I haven't been recognized or anything like that, because I don't even know what you would do now. It's like, hey, do you want to like take a photo of me, but not without you in it?
I didn't even think of that.
Just be like, hey, look, I saw him at the grocery store. There he is, standing next to the broccoli or whatever.
Yep. Man, I don't. What the hell? Oh, there's a glove there. I always feel like having this thought makes me feel like I'm a little full of myself.
Okay,
but
let's go.
I was thinking about how, like, you know what? I might, like, I'm gonna get noticed in a new city now. Like, no one would have noticed me in the Villages, Florida.
Not for a good reason, anyway.
But like that could happen here. Like it even happened to me in New York sometimes, and that was like my channel was like a tenth of the size when I was still living in New York.
Oh, I would bet on it happening for sure.
And like I'm excited about it. I always like that. I always tell folks. I feel like people are usually very apologetic, and they're like, "Oh, I don't mean to bother you." And I'm like, "No, like you're gassing me up."
Yeah,
right
this
now.
owns. Are you crazy?
yeah, this is great. You're making me feel important. I'm gonna go be a little demon the blue right now.
Good.
I feel like that's the only chance we have.
Yeah, I support this.
Oh no, I think I'm helping them. I did the opposite of what I should have done. I think that's okay.
There's a chance. We got the
peanuts.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
They are on a tear.
Even the guy that was messing with us went AFK. I was about to ask if you got eliminated. And
No, I made it.
Yeah, I've never had a bad interaction from being recognized. The only one that was weird was when I got recognized at a McDonald's, and then the lady who recognized me just turned her back to me, and then my food.
Oh no!
My food came and I just left.
I had one weird one. I don't know if I ever told you this, but it was right before I moved out of New York. I was at the 7-Eleven in my town.
Okay.
And the guy at the register, and by the way, I was extremely disheveled. Like it was just one of those days where like at the time I was still sleeping late. I just looked like a mess. And I get to the register, and the guy behind the register goes, "Yo, you're AC Justin, right?" And I went, "Yeah, you watch the channel?" And he went, "Nah." And that was the end of the interaction. And it was really uncomfortable.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was it.
It's a good bit though.
Yeah.
You know,
so he knew me.
If he actually watched, that would be.
I met a couple guys who knew me because of you. At my friend's band was playing a show in Orlando.
Oh, my condolences.
No, they were very sweet. It also made my friend crack up. He thought they were coming up to talk to him since he was in the band playing the show.
Oh,
and then they were like, "Dude, AC Justin," and he just was like, "What the fuck?" Like, this is weird. That was cool though.
Dude, I feel like we're not gonna do that well in Rivals.
You know,
I'm not trying to dampen the spirit. I'm merely based on the last 90 minutes or so. I think we're there to have fun.
Yeah, we're there to have a good time. I'm confident. You know, I feel like we're both good at figuring out new stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna have a whole new set of maps we're gonna be playing.
That's true.
You know,
that's true.
But yeah, no, I definitely don't have any like grand expectations.
I think that's for the best.
I'm just trying to jump around, throw some beans.
We could just pick somebody and ruin their whole afternoon.
Absolutely could. That would be very funny. It would be mean, but it would be extremely funny.
Let me take a look at the cast list.
Yeah, have you done your like role request or any of that in Discord?
No, I haven't yet. I will though.
Nah, yeah, there's no rush. I meant to take a little peek in there though. Now that more folks have been to see who's in there.
Yeah, but the real superstar streamers, they don't respond right away because they got too much going on.
Yeah, it's
they
true,
they wait until like 2 minutes before the show, and they're like, you know. I did that for chess, and I felt really bad.
No.
They sent out like a tech support email that was like, hey, make sure you do all this, and I was like, I'm good at tech. I can do all that in like a minute. Then a minute before I was supposed to be live, I tried to do it, and it didn't work, and I was like, excuse me, I need some help right now.
I've had some rough Rivals experiences where there was the one where I got a message that from one of the Rivals staff just being like, hey, we actually need someone for the Call of Duty Rivals. Are you interested? I was like, oh, I haven't played much, but I'd play. Like, when is it? They're like, 5 minutes. I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, I could do that. Let me just update it. And then right after I said, yeah, let me let it update it, it had like several hours remaining.
Oh, no.
It was just brutal. But it wound up being like, it let me play the game on like minimal textures. And it just ran terribly.
No grass, yeah.
But I was a body there. And it was Mr. Mooten who needed a teammate.
Oh, yeah.
And I got paired up with him and we had a good time.
It's just fun to be like in Rivals. I always laugh, like sometimes you read the feedback. Most of the time it's good, but there have been occasional times where like someone will fucking go off in the feedback thread and be like, this is ridiculous. And I'm always like, you just got paid like minimum triple digits to play your favorite game in a tournament that like a bunch of staff organized around you, and you're gonna, oh, they shouldn't have used Hot Rod as the scorecard for this part. They should have used the chocolate bars instead. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, man. There was a PUBG event I did once, and it wasn't a Rivals. It was just a PUBG event, I think organized by them. And there was a feedback channel, and everyone's just in there being like, thank you so much for organizing this. I had a great time. Like, just, you know, messages like that.
Yeah.
Does. And then I checked back. I don't know what made me look at it, but I looked like a week later. And there was the last message in the channel. It's probably still there. It was just someone being like, I didn't have a great time. Frowny emoji.
Oh,
but
no.
No one cared. But no one cares. Frowny emoji. I was like, oh, no.
That's what I could never work in that context because I would just never invite that person to anything ever again. Like,
oh, never again.
Yeah,
and that's what goes through my head every time. I'm like, if anyone in this is a streamer, like, where's your awareness? You're never gonna get invited again.
You just, even if you had a bad time, you just go to a private Discord and complain, and then you and you say thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, stuff blows my mind when people do that.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
God, I went to an in-person event once. That was like nothing but like big names in it. Like I didn't belong there. I don't want to say the one, but it's obvious. But I was at an event.
Yeah, it was like I think even I've got it figured out.
Yeah. There were just people outwardly being like total dicks in like the Discord that was organizing it all, which was pretty much just for the refs to be like, all right, everyone get in your seats, like go here, go here. Oh, someone was just like talking trash in it, and I couldn't believe it. I was like the balls. And like one or two other very big names were even like, is this real? and then it escalated. I was like, this is uncomfortable.
Oh no.
And then it did diffuse, thankfully. But man, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen my fair share of events, even in person. Like it's. I did feel bad. There was one event I went to, and I was like, I always 100%. It's not like you have to put on like airs for it at all. You just like, you know, this is just be nice to people in general. But always nice to the organizers and you know, very easy to work with, etc., etc. But then in the the hotel lobby, I was complaining like openly to Kate, and then the organizer was like 6 feet behind us,
no.
and I made sure I went over and I was like, hey, like, you know, I don't know if you heard that, but like I had some organizational issues with the show, but it's not your fault or anything. Like it's just some stuff like, you know, blah blah blah. It was out of your hands. And she was like, no, it's fine. I'm sure they're saying the same. I can't even imagine what they say about the streamers behind their back. Like, oh my god, and we deserve it.
Be really bad.
They don't read the emails. They don't sign the contracts. hey, give me your PayPal so I can send you like $1 million. Oh, ping, are you gonna send me that PayPal so I can send you this $1 million? Like,
Man, we are being devastated by the way.
oh, I got eliminated at the last.
Oh no, I didn't even know. I'm leaving right now.
Oh,
There's no
okay,
hope
yeah,
for that one.
easy enough.
That one's just over. I truly hate that egg one. It's the only.
Yeah.
It's the only winter game that I was like, this is just not very good. But yeah, man, it just blows my mind the way some people learn that stuff.
Yeah,
Lack of awareness. But that's always been like when people ask me for advice with stuff, I'm like genuinely just be easy to work with.
Yeah,
Be as easy to work with as you possibly can. And that will go a long way.
So we ran an event in December of 2019 called Champions of Salt, which yeah. And like these people are my friends, and I was like, even if it takes my friends this long to reply to emails, like I don't want to work with any streamer. Like I hope that they would take this in jest, but we like sent physical checks in the mail that you take to the bank in cash. And I was doing my taxes this year, and like some of the checks were cashed like 8 months after they were sent, and I'm like, it's just money. Like you just take it to the bank and give them this, and they give you money. Like why did it took so long to get it off the books? And we're personal friends.
Oh God, yeah, it's so funny too. Like the last few times I had to sign any contracts for stuff, you could tell that this is like a community manager or something who has just been beaten down by streamers who are like flaky. And they're just like, please sign this. Please send it back to me today. And it's just as easy too. It's like, I remember having to like print things and scan them back.
Oh,
in.
yeah,
now
it's horrible.
Just e-signing.
Oh, yeah, and just, I feel, because sometimes like I'll get like a package for like a sponsorship where I'm gonna be honest, I'm like, I'm not gonna read all this. It's like, it'll be like, usually they make it like page 1 is like, here's what you need to know, and then page 5 is like 1 billion years ago in the world of Flovian. Like, you know, I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But the amount of people who like don't even read the 1 page is staggering.
Yeah.
And this is why like when people like are toxic towards streamers, is actually like dangerous for me, because I agree with them that it's like the easiest job on planet Earth. So when they like throw hate out there at me, I'm like, I know, like I'm not proud of this. Are you crazy? But I'm like, they're paying you like too much money to play a video game, and then people in chat go like, you changed my life. Like you couldn't construct a fictional job that's easier than this, and you didn't even read the page.
Oh man, yeah. It's one of those, like, I always remind people, like if I'm complaining about certain things or if it comes off that way, like I'm still very aware that this is a dream job.
No question,
like a literal dream job.
That's why like I follow the analytics and I like cling to this job, because I'm like, this is too good. I can't retransition.
You can't let it go.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I had to have a normal job. I would have to become one of those weirdos who like moves to Tibet and is like, oh yeah, like I was born in California, but now I'm like a Buddhist monk. That's the only way I think I could cope with it. I would have to.
Wow, you changed my life for the worse. That's good.
I would have to go so far off the other deep end. Not, I guess it's really rude, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I completely. I don't know how I would integrate back into just being like a normal working man. I can't. It doesn't exist anymore. It's dead. I've had 10 years of video games.
Yeah, like there's some advantages. Yeah, you'd get it going, but there'd be some stuff that would bother you, and no one would ever be sympathetic.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I can't imagine having a job where like, if I had to be late for a good reason, somebody would be like a little mad at me. Like I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There was traffic. I left at the right time, and then there was traffic. I would probably quit. Like I would quit every job, I think. And it's not fair. Like, it's not a point of pride. It's quite the opposite. It's embarrassing, but
yeah, no, but yeah, I'm with you though. Like I know there's a lot of moving parts to doing stream stuff. It's definitely not like a, but it is just, it's great.
Yeah. Even like the worst day is like, there's like one day a year where I would like trade it with somebody that like works at an office.
Yeah, if they had like a sick office job, sure.
And it's a day where like I'm just like, oh, I can't deal with anymore, like anonymous nitpicking. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
It's just some days you're like, I just want to be invisible. Apart from that, it's like, oh, everything's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel you there. I feel like especially too, like, there are parts of me that I have moments of regret being like, damn, I kind of built my stream around being like very open and honest about stuff and just like talking about my life essentially.
Yeah.
And that sucks in moments where I'm like, I wish this was a little more private.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you
at
though,
the same time, like,
yeah.
like I'm glad I have this too. Like I'll take the trade.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. I mean, I think the grass is always greener. I built my audience by being like cynically detached from everything, and then when I try to tell them something real, they're like, bit. I'm a part of the bit, and I'm like, yo, this isn't a bit. This is like, I'm upset. But yeah, it's it's amazing. Like I genuinely, that's my motivation is like I can't backslide. I just have to retire. Whenever this ends, that's the end of the line.
I have like little fantasy things where like I still want to give it some VOD about maybe doing a food truck.
That'd be pretty sick.
I think that'd be cool. I have a friend of mine that just told me recently. He's like, my plan right now in life is open a restaurant. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, that's sick. I love that. I support this. I could imagine doing something like that, but I can't imagine like, I just don't think I would do, I would do it if I had to, but if I was just like waiting tables at a restaurant, I'd fucking suck at that now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, I'd be so terrible.
I don't think I could handle it. I think I could ring people up. Like that seems, let's not say fun, but
yeah,
I think I could
ring folks up.
I could get some enjoyment out of it. That was very scary. I don't want to interact with people after I stop streaming or doing YouTube. I want to interact with my family, and that is exactly it. After that point, I will never interact with another stranger as long as I live. Because I know what's in their head. What the heck? This guy's bald? Hiding his it? What's how long has he been growing that beard? Since 2 seconds ago? I've seen too much of humanity's id. I can't. Oh no, I'm overexposed to it.
Oh, this one. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Like, I do genuinely I really do like talking to people, and I feel like it's a flaw, but I don't know how to deal with it. In that I just don't really like doing anything alone.
Okay, yeah.
Like I even I struggle to just like sit and watch a movie unless someone's like, we gotta watch this movie. And like that's where stream's been kind of nice too. Is like I just the other day I watched like several hours of Tim and Eric in Discord.
Oh yeah.
Just because I was like, I don't want to watch this alone, but I do want to watch this right now.
Yeah, I guess it makes everything
That's enough
kind
to do
of
it for
social. Yeah. I'm honestly like I'm a little jealous. Like there are people I like, but I wouldn't necessarily say I like people.
That's fair.
It's not a proud thing to admit, but there's definitely times where like I'll be talking to somebody or forced to listen to somebody, and I'll be like, I wish this person would shut up because I would be better at this part than they are. And like, it's such a bad habit. Like when someone's telling me a story, if they don't get to the point within like within what I consider to be a reasonable amount of time, I'm like, you already lost me on this one. Okay. We're both still alive.
Yeah, I think it's just us and one other guy. Oh no.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
this way. That's all you.
I'm dead. Good luck.
It's gonna come. We're gonna be on the same platform.
Let's go!
Did I get it?
I think you got it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Like
I got him.
I feel like there must be, like in school, they have to teach a lesson that is at the start of a story. You have to say what the point of a story is, or like how long it's gonna take. Or it's either that, or I actually have ADHD. If somebody starts telling me a story and they get 4 sentences in and have not defined what the point of it is, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm listening for. Like, just what? How long is this gonna go on for? And why am I being told it? Like, it's... They need to learn how to do proper storytelling.
I just have... I don't know how I honed it, but I just feel like I have infinity patience.
It's incredible. I agree.
Because, like, I'm the guy who will get, like, cornered at a party by the person who wants to, like, talk about wrestling for 7 hours. And I'll just sit there listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my mom is like that. Like, I know a lot of people say they're like a magnet for kind of, weird behavior in public, but she really is. Like,
oh God, dude.
She's just a very nice-looking lady, and also, she has tattoos, which is like a conversation starter for a lot of people to begin with.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I think with those two things combined, she gets a lot of interesting stories for sure.
Yeah, I always said, like, I'm just truly just a magnet for interesting folks. It's always happened this way. Oh man. I'll never forget being in Philly for the first time, and I'm standing on the corner outside of a bar with all of our equipment while everyone else is inside figuring shit out. I'm standing there with my friend Stephanie, and she spots this guy like 4 blocks away stumbling around. And she's like, oh, this dude's gonna come be your best friend. She's like, I can't wait for this. And I was like, what? And as I turn, this man is just stumbling up to me. Just his full body hugs me. And like practically like just gets the whole side of my face wet. I don't know if he was sweating or if he gave me a big kiss, but the man was very wet. And he then looks at me and goes, you're not gonna do anything, you're a big teddy bear. And I was like, fuck, you know, this is terrible. And then he walked away.
And now he's the president.
That man, Joseph Biden. But yeah, that's like just a very normal being in a city experience for me. The other one, I brought another one up the other night that was actually kind of devastating, which I was standing out in front of the knitting factory in Brooklyn, and a guy was just kind of walking up, hitting people for spare change and shit. Yeah. And he got up to me and just started crying and gave me a huge hug. And he was like, what am I gonna do? I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you just gotta keep going, dude. And he was like, you're right, keep going. And then he composed himself and he was like, I'm gonna go get a 6-pack and an 8-ball. Just like went about his business. And I was like, yes, go get it.
Oh, that is good. I don't have that. I kind of did when I first moved here, because I think I had some like small town kind of naivete on my face. Now I very much have perfected like a resting bitch face in public, and people do not talk to me on the regular. Although I was walking around with the baby the other day, and there was a seagull eating an entire slice of pizza, and this guy I walked by went, "Hey, you see that seagull? It's eating an entire slice of pizza." And I was like, right on.
Hell yeah.
And I was happy. I thought that was a good interaction.
Yeah.
And then I was walking the other way. A lady started grabbing the sides of her head and then screaming "fuck you" as loud as she could. And I was like, all right, you're getting the entire park experience today, baby.
God. Yeah, I haven't had like a hostile interaction with people in a long time. Well, no, it's a lie. The mask stuff got weird at points in Florida.
Dude, I can't. It seemed like you lived in an episode of Crossfire. Or I don't even know what else to equate it to.
It's a wild place. There's a documentary that came out. It's on Amazon, but like you have to rent it. It's not a Prime included. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but it's about where I lived. And people keep asking me if I've seen it yet and if it's accurate. And I'm like, based off the vibe the trailer gave me, which is very creepy, it's probably accurate. Some Kind of Heaven, that's what it's called. I gotta see that.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as, like, you were talking about it at some point last year, and I was like, okay, I get it. He lives in, like, a, you know, a kind of a weird part of Florida. And then I started to see national news stories about it that you didn't even link me to. And I was like, okay, yeah, he lives in, like, maybe the weirdest part of Florida.
Oh, just the worst. It was terrible there. Oh, no.
What, did you get iced?
I might have. I iced myself. That's the worst kind. But yeah, that place was really messed up. It was just not a very friendly place, which is weird because it's very Disney-fied and like everyone you talk to who works there, it's like literally when you call any number in that place, they answer with, "It's a beautiful day in the Villages."
Really?
That's what they say.
Like at a place of business, they.
Oh, it's just brutal.
That's crazy.
What a weird place.
Man.
It also has fake history.
Like somebody wrote the history of the town?
Yeah, so it was just horse farms, but they have like you could take guided tours of the city and it's all fake history. Like they have a fake shipwreck in like a man-made body of water that was only made like 10 years ago, but they have a whole like, oh, like the pirates in this area settled and blah blah blah. Like, it's just all fake. It's very weird.
That is highly strange.
Yeah.
So I am gonna make you suffer through this.
Oh, that's fine. Honestly, I've had to pee for about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so
please
I'm gonna
do
go
it.
take care of that.
I don't know. It's weird. Like for people who don't know, Justin lived in a part of Florida that was like 91% populated by senior citizens. This is not a joke. Who own golf carts with like, you know, Trump Pence stickers plastered on them and would do like golf cart parades and stuff every day. I think it was just like, especially. I'm sure it's one of those things where like if you're, you know, American, you're also like, it's weird. But it feels, I would think it feels a little weirder as a Canadian that is like, or somebody from not America that's just like, I don't think we have that level of like, at least not yet, that level of fervent tribalism. It's quite tribal, but not quite, like, no, people aren't doing Zamboni parades every Sunday, you know, in honor of Jagmeet Singh or whatever. Not yet, anyway. But Zambonis are a little bit more expensive than golf carts, I think.
I'm back.
Hello. I was just saying I was going to move to your old town.
It's funny because like I'd tell some people about it and they'd be like, "Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare place." I'd tell other people, they'd be like, "Oh, it's heaven." Because like literally, it's like the sales pitch for people who want to live there is that you have access to like 14 golf courses. Every amenity you could think of is there.
See, that sound 14 golf courses. That doesn't sound objectively bad to me.
That same exact place, but like people my age would probably be sick. It'd probably be very fun. Yeah, my backyard was a golf course.
It's pretty
weird.
cool. Like, I've been talking about like I think we should reclaim golf.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends who golf and love it. I've never been, and I never had the urge.
It has some environmental issues for sure. There's no doubt about that. But I think we could take golf back.
You know what I want?
What?
More mini golf.
Oh,
I
absolutely, yeah. Oh my god.
I've been straight up craving mini golfing ever since I went a couple months back.
Mini golf and bowling and all the physical activities you can do as an adult that have not been around or not as popular since like the 1950s. I want to bring them back.
Yeah. Oh, my buddy Dave here just said archery, and I know he's been doing a bit of that. That looks fun as hell. I want to do archery. Man, that was one thing I never took advantage of. I lived near the village's archery butts. And at any point, I could have gone shooting bows and arrows, and I just never did.
Have you ever shot a bow and arrow?
I have not.
I did it once as a 10-year-old at a hunting and fishing expo in my hometown. It's a lot harder than it looks. Like, I really thought from playing so many video games and watching Lord of the Rings that it was going to be like, you know, just pressing a button. It is, it was, I don't even think it made it to the target. I think it just kind of farted out onto the straw.
Yeah, it takes a lot of strength to draw those back, right?
Yeah, I was like prepubescent, like 11-year-old.
Yeah, that's...
More of the fishing type, I think. Oh, here we go. There's a chance. Yes, I did. I had no upper body strength as an 11-year-old.
What was funny, I rarely found golf balls, but I'd find them sometimes. And I'd have to think, like, I guess someone hit it back here and just went, I'm not going in their fucking yard. I'm just leaving it. God, I got yelled at once for going too far out of my yard and onto the golf course.
Was it by somebody that was like, they were playing around?
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, you can't be here. I'm like, this is my yard. Go to hell.
That's the... If you're a bad golfer, like, life kind of sucks for you because you find yourself in the position of being accidentally impolite. People behind you that are good will, like, catch up to you and then be like, could you just, like, move aside and let us play through you? Yeah. Bro. This guy needs to die. So I'm sorry to do this, but he has to go. Him being eliminated is more important right now.
I respect that.
Okay. Oh, this is... No! Oh, no! Carol Baskin! Plenty of time. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's been nice playing a little Fall Guys. I'm kind of... I don't know how people felt about it, but I heard they got bought by Epic.
Yeah.
And I think it would honestly be good for the game, right?
I think this going, like, free-to-play would be a big positive.
Absolutely.
And I don't... You know, you're going to turn me... The gamers are not going to be happy with me. I don't really have a problem with the Epic Game Store. I
kind of just don't care one way or another. That's just been my, and I don't like feeling that way about things. I'm like, no, I should have an opinion at least, but
I think it is fine.
Kind of don't.
I think it is fine to not care about it. I think the one thing that annoys me is I think there are probably valid concerns about the Epic Store, but one thing that I hear all the time is like they have to find a way to compete without offering money for like exclusives, and I'm like, what? Just literally come up with like a way to do that. I just want to hear what that sounds like in your head. And they're always like, a better shopping cart. And I'm like, I don't think that's gonna move the needle for the average person.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. You son of a! He grabbed me.
Brutal. If it's any consolation, I think that last person there still had a lot to
Oh. Yeah, no, Chad, like, don't take this the wrong way, but you're all lying. Comments, if they added comments to the Epic Store, you would be like, oh, now I'm... now given the choice, I would choose it. I think, you know, like anything, Steam has a monopoly, like, to begin with, just because of their size, if that makes... They're not artificially stopping people from doing it, but like by default, people are going to release on the platform just because of the fact that that's where most of the eyeballs are. But I think they need, you know, if any other store is going to pose a threat, I think that one of the only ways to do it is buying exclusives, unfortunately. Plus, at least it's free, like...
Yeah.
Plus, Steam sucks. I don't know. So I use it every day. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know.
Man, you remember when Steam like first came out? I had so many friends who were holdouts.
Oh,
they're like, I'm not getting it. I hate it.
Yeah.
And I totally got that.
Good. Oh man, it used to be neon green. That was.
Oh God, yeah.
Remember that era where everything was like black text and then green outline, like cyber text, or black background, green text?
The freaking Matrix.
The
Matrix did it to us.
All right, well I'm out of here.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's.
If you do want to poke at the new season Monday at any point, you let me know.
I think Otherwise, I think I could.
Yeah, I'll be around. I'm probably just gonna hop on that Monday and try to figure it out.
Do our best. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Later.
See ya.
Creator code Northernline, by the way. Creator code Northernline. Just joking, but also thank you for Hitman. It was a good stream today. Good progress in the randomizer. Nice to go back to Fall Guys. And I mean, that's it for my week. I will see you on Sunday. Yeah, I'll see you on Sunday. I hope you have enjoyed your streams. And let me see if Justin's going to stay live. Creator code Bear Taffy. Creator code Northernland, by the way.
You are right.
Is he playing Tarky?
You know what? I did want to do a little Tarky.
This son of a bitch.
Let me do an Alt F4 real quick.
He lied to my damn face. He said I haven't played it in 5 days, and then he's like, you know what? I've been jonesing. All right, I'm gonna send you over there in spite of that. That's a testament to how much I like Justin. I will send you over there in spite of the Tarkov. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday.